So, if you guys don't know, I do Christmas shoots and the backdrops came in. I'll fill you in on all the details of the backdrops at the end of the video. But first, the studio I use is actually an empty room of this dance studio that's owned by a good friend of mine, and she lets me set up there. We're gonna have to do some cleaning before we set up the backdrop, so let's go do that. So we're on our way to the dance studio to go set up or clean up for the setup for the Christmas sessions. Now, I don't think I've ever actually spoke about this before, but usually my November and Decembers are pretty much filled up with like holiday stuff, holiday shoots, stuff like that. And last year was the first time I actually had and set up a backdrop within a studio. Usually I do them outside. Usually I do Christmas photo shoots like at a Christmas tree farm or something of that sort, and that seemed to work, but a lot of cancellations because of weather happened. So I decided to take my Christmas shoots indoors, order a couple of backdrops, and do it that way instead. Now that doesn't mean I won't do them outside. That just means a majority of them are done indoors because of weather, and being able to plan for these types of shoots is very important. Okay, so I don't know if you could tell how big this studio actually is, but this room is pretty big. So this is just me walking all the way to the back. As you can see, there's a lot of length to this room, also a lot of width. It's perfect for a basic studio setup, especially when it comes to like Christmas shoots, headshots, stuff like that. That's what I mostly use this place for. I will be setting up professional headshots at this particular location during the winter, so it's also a great place to get out of the cold and shoot. And obviously you can tell there's a lot of natural light in here, so it does work out pretty well. Okay, so as you can see, this is pretty cleaned up. Now there is some still stuff like left behind, but to be honest, it's not really in my way. But I'm going to be setting up the backdrop against that back wall and this side wall right here, because this is a three-piece set. So I got one setup over there alongside that setup, and then a floor that matches both. So it's a three-piece setup when it comes to this backdrop that I'm going to be shooting the Christmas shoot with. So right now I still have to run back home and get the backdrop as well as the stands. I use the pressurized stands to sort of hold everything up in this particular location, which works out extremely well. And I'll link everything below so that way you see exactly what I'm using. So that way maybe you can mimic it or even give me some tips on how to do it better. Okay, so I want to talk about the Varipole system that I actually use when it comes to mounting the backdrops and holding them up and so on and so forth. Now, I don't know if any of you guys actually have seen these before, but the system is called Varipole. It's completely pressurized when it comes down to holding something sturdy, whether it's a backdrop, whether it's a camera system. I have one back there that's mounting a light. So you could use this for a ton of things. And honestly, it's actually pretty simple to use as it's all pressurized. You have one end right here for the top where you could just put this right on top towards the ceiling. And you also have something similar to the floor. And then as an example, I'll show you. You can pop this right up, pressurize it, and to be honest, it's not going anywhere. Alongside that, I do have these mounts by Impact. Now these are, and I'm gonna drop all the links down below for everything I need, so you don't have to cycle through and see what the hell I'm talking about. But the Varipole system is what I use for the backdrop. Unfortunately, I only have 2 of them because they come in a 2-pack. And I need 3 of them, so I will be using a regular light stand for either the middle or one of the sides when it comes to the 3 backdrop setup for the Christmas shoot. Okay, so I just packed up the car with all the equipment that I'm going to use for this photo shoot, the lights. I'll show you guys the lights when I get to the studio as you see them set up. My girl's coming with me. Say hi, Zaza.
Hi.
And she's going to help me set everything up, and hopefully everything comes out exactly how I expect it to come out. But we do have a lot of gear, so we're going to unpack the gear once we get to the studio and start setting things up. All right, guys, so I'm here back at the studio, unpack some stuff out, going to unbox the actual backdrops that I'm using for the shoot. So let's go ahead and do that. So if you guys don't know this brand, I ordered my actual backdrops from Cape Backdrops. Now, they do a lot of backdrops, especially for the holiday seasons and stuff like that. I find the material to be super exceptional when it comes to that. So that's why I reordered from them this year. And yeah, can't wait for you guys to see the setup. Three backdrop setup. Let's go. Okay, so remember when I spoke to you guys about it, the Varipole system uses pressurized points to actually connect and hold everything still. I believe the capacity is 150 pounds of support, but don't quote me on that. But I'll definitely send you guys or link down the information below so that way you guys could see all the specs. But I have to pop up some of the ceiling tiles to make sure I'm catching a legit spot that I can actually mount these to and go from there. So I moved the tiles out the way, and now I'm setting up the top so that way it's pressurized. I do want to stay away from the corner just a little bit because I'm going to need the space, but boom, good to go. Okay, you have one. Can I have the other one, please? Come on, Zaz. It's recording you. Say hi. This is the next backdrop. Again, this is 3 parts. There's 3 parts to this backdrop, so we already have one set up. We're gonna set up the second one right now, and then the floor is last. What? You like it? You like doing this stuff? This is it. I'm gonna shoot right here. Let's unbox the floor. Okay? You're gonna sit right here, Mama, and you're gonna unbox the floor.
So I'm here with my dad today, and I'm opening the floor for the backdrop, and I wonder what it's gonna look like. So let's open it. Okay, we're gonna take this out.
Unfold it big. There you go. That's what the floor looks like. Super cool. Right?
Yep. So that's what the floor looks like. And we're gonna set it up and we're gonna put it together and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Alright guys, as you can see, the backdrop's up and going. There are some minor places I have to tweak to sort of get them in perfect order, but other than that, it's a pretty big backdrop. I'll drop down the link which one I actually bought down below in the video so you guys can check it out. Again, Kate backdrops, they're awesome quality work, and honestly this is the best one I've purchased from them, and the quality is just fantastic. Zaza, come here. Come over here. Good. Zaza, tell him to subscribe.
Subscribe to my dad's channel. It's the best channel in the world.
Yeah, girl. Alright guys. Peace.